Hey guys, salut mes amis och hallå gubbar. Inferno is the biggest upgrade. It's noticeably different, a lot of things have changed, and there are also some cool secrets and Easter eggs that they left out for us. So for this video, I want to focus on all that right after Skins Monkey.
Skins Monkey is an automated service that lets you trade skins instantly for a fee, sign up now, and get up to $5 bonus. Simply add items from your inventory, then find skins that matches your current balance. Site offers live support 24/7. You can also top up your balance if you're missing a few dollars, and there's a lot of skins to choose from. Visit my link down below to get to Skins Monkey.
Inferno CS2 looks nothing like CSGO. It is beautiful and you can admire all the details, but I want to focus on actual gameplay differences. T-site definitely feels bigger even though it's a lot smaller now. I believe this square outside area helps with that effect, but yes, it's smaller now. This area kind of sells the uplift for CS2, but in terms of gameplay changes, it's the removal of the railings, which is going to be a common trend in this version of Inferno. Not much gameplay has changed just purely from checking second mid, although there are some pillars that allow you to hide slightly behind them. Again, you see the railings are gone now as you enter up the balcony. Sadly, the roof is gone, which means a skill jump is gone, unfortunately. This area, gameplay-wise, hasn't changed that much. We do, however, see a significant change here. It's wider now and less claustrophobic. Apartments feels more welcoming, but it's pretty much the same. Boiler has turned into a reception, and it plays out very similar overall, but because the roof is a little lower here, it's not as easy to throw higher lineups, but we can still do the flash that bounces on the roof. And they've added an X on the wall of the window room as a new friendly wallbang guide, which is possible to see from both sides. Now we get to A site. Immediately you'll notice the balcony area has changed and there's no more railings to catch you if you fall down pit. It feels smaller now and the door frame is now gone, but the entrance to apps has a little gap that you can abuse from graveyard. Also notice how the railings in the graveyard are gone. Even the wall is gone. This was such a powerful position to play, so Valve decided to do something about that, which I personally like. Also notice how the pit's famous corner is gone. Although the blast radius of Inferno is the same, this will greatly affect where you can save. Short has one of the biggest changes on the map now, where they removed the two balconies but they added a roof, which is really easy to jump up on and requires no skill, making the map once again more noob friendly. As you can probably tell, I am not a fan of this. From brackets or top mid, you'll notice the roof is shorter and the wall is less flat. This will be interesting to see how it changes lineups. The flower pot position is gone, and no, you can't stand on top of boiler. But from the other side, there is a new half corner to snug yourself into. This could be used as a wide peak eco play to surprise tees coming out. Now middle. CS2 feels more narrow, and it's probably because of the angles that have changed slight. It's also a bit longer now. CSGO made it feel bigger because there's no structure above and it's more open. From the other side, there are no barrels anymore for lineups on the right, and the corner left side has more space now. Also, I am not a fan of this balcony. It obscures some lineups from ramp as a T. Underpass is a lot brighter, and if you're in the lowest point, you can barely see middle now. Probably intentional, as this was a powerful angle for T's. Long feels and behaves pretty much the same, except for long corner, which goes deeper in CS2, and the library is no longer a library, but it's gotten a whole lot larger, and you can play on top of this now to give you some more interesting angles. Arch is less wide now, but this is compensated by a much more open CT spawn area. In fact, I'm a huge fan of this change. You always had some awkward fights around here with the pillars in the way, and I like that it's more open now. But CT spawn gameplay wise kind of plays out the same, but it's just more open and you can no longer jump on the flower roof, which I also like, and the little corner on the right is less pronounced, making it harder to hide there. Seeing B from spawn feels very similar, but the corner on the right is a lot harder to line up smokes with now. And looking from the other side, boost is a bit wider now, and the tree is finally gone. You'll notice before entering church, the bench corner is free and more roomy. That bench was really awkward, so this is a huge improvement, but now we have this stone thing instead, but it doesn't do much for the gameplay itself. Also notice the size of the entrance into church is smaller. I don't know if I like this, but it certainly puts emphasis on the fact that only one person can fit through at a time. Church is no longer under construction, meaning no more lineups through the roof, but you can use these new windows. The size is still very similar, but they removed the big windows entirely, so no more wall bangs, and the sandbags are gone. Now this one's interesting. These coffins are gone, which gives you a lot more room to play in this corner now, and this block of wall is kind of strategically placed here. I believe it's added because of the deeper corner, since the angle would otherwise be too powerful. Just know that it's still possible to see a bit of sight from here, so it's still a very useful and completely new angle to CS2. B-site is surprisingly very similar, although you can no longer play on top of Fountain and abuse the water effects to your advantage. This also means the jump to quad is different and has to be done from here instead, which is a significantly harder jump in my opinion. You can also of course get up there with the normal boost, but you can no longer go under or hide from the other side anymore. Everything on site is now made of wood as well, which makes it easier to wallbang, but only so slightly, and backside feels very similar. The position we ironically call dark is now very bright. Here's the entrance to B, feels very similar. Also, every corner on top banana is the same, but banana is an interesting case because the proportions have changed slightly, which makes it feel more narrow now, but honestly doesn't feel like a big gameplay deal. I like that this corner is more refined and you can throw some good lineups from there as a T. You can see here from a top-down perspective that these corners down banana are changed quite a bit. The left side now provides more cover and the right side less. And from banana's T side, the right side corners are further away, which makes it harder to see the right wall of banana, but you can still peek car. Also because of this structure above banana, it's a bit harder to throw any good flashes, but I found this one just aim above the red sign and that will do the trick. That's more or less the gameplay changes, but we do have some secrets or Easter eggs, like these bells at T-spawn, which allows me to do one of my daughter's favorite songs. Also, Valve replied to Launders with this Funk Vehicle tweet, and they added it right here under the bells. To be honest, that is funny, but not cool at the same time, giving us false hopes of being able to drive cars again. Also, the leaks from Inferno are actually different from the real deal, which I didn't even notice, so thanks Ale for bringing that up. Now, we all know that Inferno is famous for its Counter-Strike room, which has always been here, so where is it? It's moved to church, and is hiding behind here. But wait a second, what is this? It's just red. Well, that's because it's missing a texture. But we can see what it's supposed to display in the cube map thanks to XPaw. This is Counter-Strike Source, as opposed to Counter-Strike 1.1 and the old Inferno. Basically, we're moving the game to Source 1, since we're now running Source 2. Great touch by Valve. Let me know if I missed anything. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.